Okay, I wanted to explain a little bit about one of the proposals we'll have for a block schedule for the 2020-2021 academic year at Ranney School. What we've done is a 6-day rotation, so you can see that there are A, B, C, D, E, and F days. We need a 6-day rotation to help the schedules match up between upper, middle, and lower school. So having the 6-day rotation helps the lower school. It will also come into play in how we use these X periods. We have 70-minute blocks. The first block of the day is 75 minutes so that when students arrive at school, they go right to their first period. There are 5 extra minutes so attendance can be taken and the rover can be read and announcements done. We have one academic period in block 1, again 70 minutes. We have 10 minutes passing time between every single class or activity. This will allow both students and faculty to get to different points on campus, spray down desks if they need to, and if rooms are being shared by faculty, get to different rooms. And also allow a little more time for staggered departures if we need to do that, one-way hallways, and so forth. Second period, so a second block. What we did with lunch is because we have 3 groups of students, the middle school, and 2 groups of upper school students needing to eat lunch. We will likely be eating lunches that are delivered in boxes, high quality lunches that are delivered in boxes to either advisory or to classes in the middle of the pandemic. But if we do get to go back to normal, we want a schedule that can do both. So middle school would eat from 11:10 to 11:40, and in that time, the upper school would have a break. We have 2 academic classes and then a break for upper schoolers. Middle schoolers get theirs here. Middle school would then divvy up this time to best suit their needs with advisories, study hall, recess, and the like. If a student is scheduled in the upper school in upper school block 3A, they would first go to lunch and then to class. The other half of the school would eat first would go to class first for 70 minutes and then go to lunch. Then we have block 4. We have our 4th period. At this point, from 1:50 to about 3:30, that's when the middle school will be doing their athletics. And again, we need to share fields and gyms and stuff like that with the middle school. So they'll be in athletics and activities. And then with this X block, 20 minutes long, what we've done is divided the 6 days in the rotation to different types of activities. So on an A day, it would be advisories. We'd have our extended advisory there, 20 minutes. We would have a series of activities. I did a first pass on A day, sort of B day activities, rather. I guess I should have said that. On X3, we would have grade level activities, so study skills for freshmen in the fall, health for 10th and 11th graders in the fall, and college counseling for our 12th graders in the fall. And in the spring, we would switch so that 9th graders got health, 10th graders, I can't remember if we're going to be doing health there, college counseling for our 11th graders, and the transition to college seminar that the 12th graders get. Again, we wanted this 20-minute period at the end of the day as a soft end for upper school athletics so that the kids have time to, if they have to leave campus early, at 3 or a little bit ahead of 3, for away matches and the like. So that's an A day, and then upper school athletics will start and run from 3:30 to 5-ish. On a B day, we would start in our 6th block, go to our 7th. Again, the lunch. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 9. And what we've done is added an 8th block. And in that 8th block, we would this year do chorus, band, orchestra, and potentially some other things like yearbook/journalism, some of those big, heavy-duty, heavy-lifting activities, science Olympiad, debate, maybe even add another class or two, sort of an X-period class. And then faculty would be available for extra help in those 70 minutes for students to swing by and get extra help or join via Google Meet and get help that way. Then the schedule just pretty much rotates. The schedule is pretty much A-B, and then on a C day, it's sort of back to the A, you'll notice, and this is all color-coded. The difference is here in how we use that X period at the end of the day. On D days, we would have our ESL lab, and again, extra help. We would have another activity day on E day, and then F day, we would do town hall and class meetings. The other thing we could do is shorten some of the academic periods for some on a special schedule. So have those periodically where we go down to like 55, 60-minute academic periods. If we have a guest speaker that needs to come in, or we need some time for an activity of some sort. The nice thing about the block schedule is we're sort of already used to it from this spring, and we have fewer transitions. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 transitions, as opposed to 8 or 9 when every class is meeting, and that will help reduce some of the traffic flow in the buildings during a pandemic. The thing is if we were to if a student were to have period 1 free, they could simply come to school at 9:50 and go right directly to their second period class. By the same token, if they had 4th period free or 8th period free and they didn't need to be here for activities, then they could leave a little bit early. So it helps accomplish that and reduces the student density, the student population density on campus. Sure, I'm leaving something out here, but that's a first pass. Hopefully that helps explain things a little bit. If you do the math, one more thing. Let's say you take block 2, 70, 70, 70, 210 minutes. Currently, in the current schedule that we've been using for the past couple of years, everyone has 220 minutes in a 6-day rotation, and this gets us 210. But of course, it gets us more in-depth time together and facilitates like science labs or peer review in an English class, simulations in history, in-depth speaking exercises in world languages, extra help in math, and so forth. So hopefully we'll see some of the benefits of the block that we've experienced this spring. It seems pretty logical to us to take this route here, moving into having to develop a schedule that works both for at-home circumstances, if everyone's at home, hybrid if many of us are on campus and a few people are at home, or if all of us are back on campus and there's some kind of reprieve in the spread of COVID. So thanks. Sure, questions will come up. Shoot us emails, and we'll try to get them answered.